Attorney General Jeff Sessions is absolutely not going to let his obsession with marijuana die. At a recent Q&A with Department of Justice interns, Jeff Sessions was at the podium taking questions from members of the crowd, and when one woman asked him, why he doesn't support any kind of restrictions on guns, even though they kill far more people than marijuana in this country, Sessions kind of lost track of his thoughts there and offered this rambling, lying explanation to this young woman. Take a look at how Sessions responded to this question.
You support pretty harsh policies for marijuana and pretty lax gun control laws. I'm not even sure where you stand on the assault weapons ban. So I'd like to know, since guns kill more people than marijuana, why lax laws on one and harsh laws on the other?
Well, that's apples and oranges question, I would say, first and foremost. But the Second Amendment, you're aware of that, guarantees the right to the American people to keep and bear arms, and I intend to defend that Second Amendment. It's as valid as the First Amendment. And so that's my basic philosophical view about it. Look, there's this view that marijuana is harmless and it does no damage. I believe last year was the first year that automobile accidents that occurred were found to have been caused more by drugs than by alcohol. Marijuana is not a healthy substance, in my opinion. The American Medical Association is crystal clear on that. Do you believe that?
I don't.
Okay, so Dr. Whatever your name is, so you can write to AMA and see why they think otherwise.
First and foremost, let's get one thing clear right off the bat. One of the biggest lies of what Jeff Sessions just said, which is the fact that the AMA does not consider marijuana to have any kind of medicinal benefits. That's not true. For at least 2 years, the American Medical Association has stated as their position that yes, there are medicinal benefits to marijuana. So Jeff Sessions can make fun of that woman and say, Doctor, whatever your name is, all he wants. She was right. And his demeanor, the way he was demeaning her, was absolutely inexcusable. I mean, that's what somebody who doesn't understand what they're talking about does. He tries to make it seem like, oh, well, you're not a medical professional. You don't know what's going on, so I'm going to trust the real doctors. Well, if that's the case, then you're still wrong because real doctors disagree with you. Jeff Sessions has a very unhealthy obsession with making marijuana illegal, which kind of makes me start to wonder, did something happen in your life, buddy? Did something happen when you were younger? Maybe your parents caught you smoking marijuana and had such a crazy, outrageous reaction that you just made it your lifelong crusade to make this vile weed illegal for everyone. The fact of the matter is that the reason weed is illegal in the United States was because back in the early part of the 20th century, testimony before Congress said that white women who smoke marijuana, it makes them want to dance and sleep with black men. That happened in Congress. And that was one of the driving forces that made marijuana illegal in the United States. A giant smear campaign based on absolute lies. And Jeff Sessions just can't let go of that. We all know that he holds some pretty strong racist beliefs, and I'm assuming that he's seen that congressional testimony, and that's what he is basing his entire belief system on today. We have seen what has happened in the communities in the states and cities where marijuana has been legalized. Not only has teen usage of marijuana actually dropped, but the economies are doing great because of the additional revenue from marijuana, as well as marijuana tourists coming to those areas. At this point, we have to look forward as a society. We have to understand that, you know what, we've made some mistakes. And perhaps making marijuana illegal in the first place was one of those mistakes. I'm not advocating everybody go out and just start getting high all the time, but I do think that this should be a choice, just like consuming alcohol or smoking tobacco. Basically, combining the two. One that alters your mental state temporarily, the other that might damage your lungs. And maybe we're going to find out along the road that, yeah, smoking marijuana probably does have some impact on your lungs. Probably nowhere near as bad as smoking tobacco does. But as of right now, we don't know that. All we know is that because of a smear campaign that took place decades ago, marijuana is illegal, and idiots like Jeff Sessions want to make fun of people who have the audacity to question his beliefs on that one issue. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/theringofire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.